10 of these shows.
Yeah!
I've done one every single trimester since my freshman year. Last year, Mess Fest, I did one. There was 10 people. It was pretty exciting. It was the same time as the drag show. Not good move. Don't do that. If you're wondering, my show, shit. Next slide. My show is a little different than other people's shows. AKA, is this shit even working?
Yes.
You can ask questions and raise your hand. Everyone raise your hand. If you got a question, I might forget to say things. I'm only human. This is a safe space. I'm gonna tell some secrets, and this is always a work in progress. Because I'm a work in progress, because I'm a person. We begin with the classic Sabrina updates of the beginning. I went to New Zealand. I got this dress in New Zealand. It was very exciting. I saw a lot of things. I got this book. I have an obsession with question books. I have always had an obsession with question books. I found this in my school's science lab, the Book of Questions by Gregory Stock. And then I found the Book of Gay Questions. And then I found the Little Book of Awkward Questions. And if you're wondering, can somebody pick a number between 1 and 200?
67.
67. Which song or movie title best describes your love life? That's the Book of Gay Questions. That's a gay question. Not a straight question. It can only be in the gay question book. I'm glad we know. I learned a lot about possums in New Zealand. New Zealand has a lot of possums, so this is a possum G-string, this is a possum nipple warmers, and this is a possum willy warmer. I don't know who this was intended for, but I needed to take a picture to share with you. Okay, there's a place called Carrotland in New Zealand, a theme park only for carrots. This is the sexy carrot. This is the nice carrot, and they had a carrot rocket ship. It had lots of fun noises. I've done a lot of collages. I collage once. I've been posting 11 collages. I have an obsession. Collages are awesome, but collages make a huge mess. My apartment is mostly always looks like this, but I don't love that. Okay, let's get it. I have collage parties. I work at a museum. They finally let me inside the archives, and this is at Andy Warhol's penis. They never let me in the archives, and it has been, I've worked there for 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, and they finally let me in the official archives. I got my sticky fingers all over those. I've been eating a lot on the floor. I don't have a place to sleep. I have a lot of floor dinner. I recommend you go home and eat an apple on the floor. I feel like it connects me to the primordial self. I feel more human and more animal.
Yeah.
I went to a party where I met these nice people. This is Connor Snow, reoccurring character. And I always like to make new friends. And during college, I've always liked to make new friends. And in this party, there were these girls, and they were they were talking, and I was like, what do you guys do for fun? And they were like, well, we find dead animals and put them in our freezer and dissect them for later. And then I thought, Sabrina, don't judge. These girls could be your new best friends. And then they walked away from me. So I don't know who's doing the best around here, but it's probably me. They said they were biology majors as if it made a difference. It was disgusting. My grandmother and I, she got a flat tire. I was in Florida, the land of olds. And I had this wild tow truck driver. He told us that he was going to run for president in 2030. I like to tell this to my brother. He had a 20-year plan for presidency. He was going to tax a 10% tax on artificial food. What is in our artificial food? He's gonna regulate the news that Clinton took out, and president for 8 years, and then vice president. He was a wild dude. I wanted to hear everything he had to say. My grandmother was not as impressed. She thought we were gonna get murdered. We went to the Holocaust Museum. I love a Holocaust museum, so does my grandmother. We go to one everywhere in the entire world, and I went to one in the St. Petersburg area. And I had to inform you. I also discovered with my grandmother that McDonald's is a communist organization. They do not do it like they used to, and I'm very upset about it. I had to tell you. Most of my life this far has come to a point where I've thought a lot about free will. If you think about it, you can do anything. And I do a lot of weird shit. And I always try to find my way. And I've had to create a mantra.
Yes.
This is a mantra I created by myself. It goes like this. I am not a mommy. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a sex object. I'm a person with feelings, but go hard or go home. This is aggressive. This is an aggressive mantra. My mom found it yesterday on my fridge that I had it on my fridge, and she said, what's that? And I said, don't look at that. It was aggressive. It's aggressive, but you know what? It comes from a life of, like romance and like sex and like dating. So I wanted to learn about that when I got to college, and I made a lot of mistakes. And I've told a lot of them during the Sabrina shows, but I would like to tell you what I've learned as a whole. I have a lot of really good information to share. A lot of mistakes have been made, and a lot of useful information has been found. And you know what? You probably already know this already, but that's okay. This is for somebody who doesn't. Okay. We begin at 15. I didn't have my first kiss. I had phone sex with the boy before my first kiss. And this is where we begin, and this is where the problem begins. How do we go from regular girl to hearing your friend ejaculate through the phone? What do we do? I don't know. It's a lot of things. In the beginning. I go on a dating app for creeps. Ever do that? My favorite thing about dating app for creeps is if you really want to meet a creep, you can do it at any time. Does anyone want to meet a creep right now? Do I have permission from everybody? This is a live chat. This could be anything. Hey guys, don't worry. I do this drunk alone. Hello? Hello, how are you doing today?
Good. What's up?
Exactly. And that's how you That was a complete stranger. We could have figured out where he was in the world. We could have figured out anything. I live alone. I know a lot about phone sex. And I have a lot of opinions about phone sex. And I have a lot of opinions about nudes. And this is a little interlude about nudes. Nudes for women are art. Nudes for men are usually very, very bad. I take it upon myself to insult the nudes that somebody sends me. I insult it like it's an art project. I go, it's a little blurry. The camera is not the right angle. It's a little dark. You should try again. And they do. You have free will. You can do anything in this world. I chose that. I go on a lot of bad dates. A recent bad date, I mostly go on dates at the moment to play air hockey. I'm an air hockey champion. There's no one who's been better at air hockey than me, and I firmly agree about that. And I go on dates mostly to play air hockey. So this is me playing air hockey, this is another guy. This is just a random date that I went on recently. We go to replay, he shows up at the wrong replay. He runs to the next replay, sweating gym shorts. He talked like my cousin Luke. He was terrible at air hockey. I won easily. He was bad at pinball. How are you bad at pinball? And the weirdest part was he kept patting me on the back. And I said, hey, stop. And he did it. He accidentally bought me a drink. I got a drink, and then the bartender handed it to him. I saw a scowl on his face. And when he was writing the check, he said, wow, I haven't written on paper in so long. Isn't that crazy? I haven't written on paper? I write on paper every day because I have a journal like a real freak. I write everything down in my beautiful journal. Many journals. You know, he got mad at me at the end because he said, want to go to a different bar? And I said, no. And he said, want to come to my house? And I said, I'm not sleeping with you.
Yes.
Then he got mad at me, and so I went to a different bar, and while I was walking, he texted me this. Wow, you suck. I had one back. I said, you suck too. Then he hit me with this one. You're not hot enough to act the way you do. I said, neither are you. Was I a little aggressive during the date when he was really bad at air hockey? Yes. Was I better than him at air hockey? Yes. So, this is my life. I do a lot of bad ideas. Recently, I went on a road trip from Austin, Texas to Chicago, from Chicago to Austin, Texas. This is a many hour, days long trip. It's 9 hours, then 5 hours. So I went all the way down here, and then on the way back up, I was on a dating app, as I do for fun. And I texted with this guy, and I was like, he was like, I live in Dallas. And I said, well, I'm about to be in Dallas. We should hang out. Genius. What could go wrong? It all went a little wrong. Yeah. But you know what? You live and you learn. He said, we should get a hotel. I said, genius. He paid. Woo! We saw a movie. It was Spider-Man. Pretty cool. Gets a little aggressive over here. And then we hang out. I blew him in the bathroom. The vibe changes. The vibe changes 160%. He starts getting really nervous. We get to the car. He says, "Where are you gonna go to sleep tonight?" I said, "The hotel that you said that you booked." He said, "All right." At this place that we met up, I have spent every Thanksgiving of my entire childhood in Dallas, Texas. I'm very familiar with Dallas, Texas. We were at the date. We were at the same mall that I had been to every single Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I knew every inch of this mall. That's weird. We stayed at the same hotel I had with Thanksgiving. That's aggressive. We wake up. A reoccurring thing in my life is men can't stay hard apparently, and so you just go okay, and then we wake up and he goes, "You need the morning after pill," and I said, "No semen went anywhere near me." He said, "You need the morning after pill." I said, "Okay, buddy, let's go to CVS." I take the morning after pill. I feel crazy. The morning after pill, for anyone who doesn't know, it's not just a pill. It's not like Advil or Tylenol. You feel wild after. You feel high. You feel wild. And I take the morning after pill, and then I drive to Kansas City. We say goodbye, and I drive to Kansas City. And then I think about it. When I'm on the way to Kansas City. That's 8 hours. That's 9 hours. And then I think about it for another 9 hours. That's a lot of thinking. And I called a lot of people during that time. And I had a lot of problems, and that's where I got my mantra. Because what really happened in this whole process? Was I a sex object? Happened to be one. Was I a mommy? Yes. Was I a therapist? Yes. At one point, he got violently high. That was aggressive. And I'm saying this story out of order because I'm not good at stand-up comedy sometimes. And now I learn a lot of things. A lot of good advice I have for everybody, you know? My additional mantra for all this is, isn't that exciting? I mean, if you can do one thing with your life, or anything with your life, might as well have fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any questions? Apparently not. Yeah.
Are your parents here?
Nah. I said, hey, Mom, can't come. She said, is it really that raunchy, Sabrina? And I said, I don't know. I can't, you know. Would you say this in front of your mom?
No.
Exactly! Thank you. I'll say it in front of the other people's parents. Duh!
Wait, question right here.
Yeah.
Can I get another copy of the mantra?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. Here we go. This is the mantra. So, another thing that happened recently is I went to the doctor, and the lady said, 1, you're overweight, you should go on Ozempic. I was like, that's crazy. I'm not that overweight. I'm the skinniest bitch in my family. Out of everybody in my family, I've always been the skinniest, which is not a very high competition. But I take pride in this, and I told this to my doctor. She didn't quite understand. And I get to, they take a blood test. I'm still fighting $500 on this blood test. They want $500 from a regular blood test. And I'm not prepared to pay that money, so I'm still fighting with them months and months later. But they give me my blood test, and the only thing that it said on the website was high cholesterol. And that's where it started. I thought I was dying. I immediately thought, what do you do when you have high cholesterol? What do you do if you're dying? You run. The only way I can run, I have a long history with running. I cannot run being in my own mental state at the moment that I'm in. Any point of the time. I gotta be drunk, I gotta be high, I gotta be out of it.
Yeah.
I was so bad at running that when I was in 5th grade, my mom took me to a running place, and the running coach told my mom, she said, I love your daughter, she's so honest. Because I was a real bitch. But I didn't want to be there. And I decided then that I'll get high and run all over Chicago.
Yeah.
Just like a good jog everywhere. And I thoroughly thought I was dying. I checked every website saying, what does this mean? I couldn't read them. I was too worried I was dying. And it all accumulated when I was crying, and I called my grandmother and I said, Inky, I have high cholesterol. This is the end, I'm dying. And she says, I don't think so. And I checked again, I had the good cholesterol.
Yeah.
Who knew there was bad and good cholesterol? And why did no one tell me I was running for a while? I could have avoided all of this if I just, maybe learned a little bit more about cholesterol. Maybe in health class they should have told me a little bit more about cholesterol. I wasn't ready. But isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Shit's really running around. Shit's really going around. The thing about collages is the more you have, the more paper you have on the floor. I find paper everywhere. I find it in my butt crack, I find it in my hair, I find it in my shoes. I find it everywhere, and I don't know what to do with it. But I have decided that I'm going to go to the I'm taking an art class. Wait, I got 10 minutes? Is that what it means? 5 minutes?
We got 5.
5 minutes, perfect. Okay, great. A few final things, okay? Never let a man who's dumb tie you up, because one time I did, and I said, my shirt's still on, and he said, I don't understand. And I said, you can take off my shirt when my hands are tied up, and he said, I don't understand. One time, I was doing sex, and then it ended. There was no condom to be found. We searched everywhere. We searched under the walls. We searched everywhere. I searched inside of me. I couldn't find it. It was a problem. I had a moment of panic, and I said, Sabrina, what are we gonna do? This is the make or break moment. You go to the bathroom, and you find it inside of you, and it was inside of me. And if you're wondering, that's a life lesson. I just needed to say this. And for a final closing note, I have a lot of thoughts about so many things apparently. Oop, who knew that I unscrewed? Well, I'm saying a lot of shit around here. We've learned a lot today. Don't send bad nudes. You'll get bullied. Don't let a man tie you up if he's dumb. Sometimes the condom's inside of you. Don't trust people. If you take the morning after pill, you feel crazy for a while. And please remember to have free will, because if you don't, then I'm the only one doing crazy shit. I made a lot of promotional material. Who wants this? Everybody who came here, who wants this collage? I don't know you. Did you come here for the collage?
No, you know me.
I know you.
Yeah.
I've been here for so goddamn long. The Paul Theater School is a really cool place until 4 years in, when you go, I know your face, but I don't know your name. And I never do. This has not been my greatest performance, but I would say it is my most packed performance. And there's a lot of extremes I have a lot of things to say usually. I need to go to bed. This dress is a little too tight, but it is very cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all this shit away. Thank you very much. I'm Sabrina Calvin.